All right, guys, it's the weekly Q&A from Instagram. So I'm going to pull up a question here. It's a lengthier one, so we're going to read it right now and then try to answer it. So it's from Garth Malgus. It's a long question, so here it is. What is the best way to prime your metabolism to get it firing as fast as possible when going from an off season where you stayed relatively lean in a deficit with doing a little cardio, say 10% body fat, and weren't pushing calories up high and into your contest prep? What would be the first steps to take in order to get it going really quickly, as if you did push a lot of calories during the off season and fooling the body? Please discuss mainly diet manipulations, but other variables at play such as cardio and super subs. Wow. Okay, so I'm going to try to consolidate that question. It sounds like he's asking, let's say you have a very lean off season, meaning that you aren't pushing calories, you're kind of resetting and resting your body. You're eating not copious amounts of food, but maybe 4 to 5 meals a day, more relaxed, staying lean, cardio in play, but not excessive. Then how do you prime your metabolism to grow into a show, perhaps contest prep? So I'm going to answer this the best of my interpretation of that question, which is you can easily, or I won't say easily, but there are ways to prime your metabolism transitioning from a off season that's more lax and more resetting into a hardcore contest prep where you actually have a better metabolism and you grow muscle into the show for a majority of the prep while the calories are decently high. So going back to the off season, if you will, I call this a deconditioning phase. So a strategy could be, some people like to push calories, push body weight, push food, hormones really high in the off season and gun it, pedal the metal year round. Very die-hard, extreme personality. Other people like to relax, reset, be somewhat normal, lower your bodybuilding lifestyle, bring it down a couple notches, and have maybe 3 to 5 meals a day from 7 to 8. They lower the protein a little bit. They aren't eating as much calories, maybe in fact, from pre-contest. They lower their hormones down to TRT, they cruise, maybe they PCT, who knows. And they do things to basically decondition themselves. They do lower their metabolism. They will lose a little muscle, they'll gain a little fat, but they still stay leanish, 9 to 10 to 11% body fat. Now, they prime their bodies to condition it for that 20 weeks out or 16 weeks out point. I would recommend 20 weeks out, 5 months. Now they're going to get their anabolics in line, which would be whatever hardeners and whatever agents however they structure their 20 weeks out to 10 weeks out to 5 weeks out, etc. And I have my certain way I do it, where I have certain compounds in the very initiation phase, mid phase, and of course the very end, where it's very short acting esters, orals get thrown in, etc. They add that stuff in. Now they jack up their meals from 5 meals a day to 8 meals a day or 7 meals a day, what have you. They increase their carbohydrates to maybe double what they were in the off season. Let's say they're doing 200 grams just for the deconditioning phase. Now they're doing 400 to 600. They increase their hormones. They now added cardio, maybe interval cardio, to get more exergise post-oxygen consumption going for that afterburn effect. Perhaps they start incorporating a heavier training protocol as far as more volume, more sets, adding more weight because they have more hormones, more strength, more food. They're going to do all these things to prime their bodies to be in an anabolic state and a metabolic state. So they're going to be primed, obviously, to increase thyroid. Naturally, they won't start, I wouldn't have someone start off with thyroid drug at all if possible, but they're going to have a higher thyroid just from their hormones being higher, their food being higher, gaining muscle, etc. The metabolism is going to be more efficient. Carbs are being higher, T4 to T3 conversion rate should be higher, etc. So really, that's how they increase their metabolism, guys, is if you do a deconditioning rest phase, which is kind of what I'm doing now after that shotgun prep, where my TRT is back to TRT, 2 IUs of growth, eating a little less. I'm still hard and tight, but I'm not quite as shredded and dense. The hardeners are out of my system, of course. So inevitably you get a little decondition. Now, whenever I add in, if I decide to add in products for a contest prep or another experiment series, I'll only get better because I'll add more food. I'll have the more hormones for the anabolic environment to partition the nutrients, to harden the muscles, to bind hard to the androgen receptors and all that awesome stuff. So that's how you can manipulate your metabolism, going from a more relaxed, off season where you decondition into planning that rigorous 20-week contest prep with all that ammunition, more food, more hormones, all that stuff. And in reality, it's a healthier route to go because you are giving your body and internal organs a decent break. Also, your mind a break too, because you are not eating as frequently around the clock in the off season, all that stuff. So it could be a very good protocol and approach for some people.